Welcome, podcast fans. It's time for the What's Up Bro podcast show, presented by J&J Production Studios, the home for all your entertainment needs. All kinds of great topics discussed every week, a variety of different themes offered, special guest appearances, prize giveaways, and so much more. Stay tuned. And now, here are your hosts, Sam Crow and Big Hoss.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to you all. My apologies if you were listening a bit ago. Actually, this is a reshot of the show here because I was trying to do it, and the internet was acting up, and anytime it does that, it causes the software to go glitchy, and it's just complete dead air, which is not going to help anybody. So let's rewind and go back. Let's try this again. So glad you guys are here. It is I, Sam Crow, here at J&J Production Studios. Big Hoss not with us tonight. He is out on his own adventure. He is out with a friend doing DoorDash. So if you're in the Colorado area, you might get a visit from the big guy himself. Take a selfie, ask for an autograph. He's very approachable. I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige. So if you're ordering out tonight, you might get a big delivery from Big Hoss himself. So cheers to you for that. Here's what. Hopefully that'll happen for you. I'm not sure if Mr. Fire has not been here so far. We might get him in a bit later, but fear not, I am here for you guys to start this celebration. Hope you guys had a tremendous week, having a great start to your weekend. I know technically it's Friday night late for most of us, so the weekend's already been going on, but maybe for some of you, it started early. So, either way, we got plenty of entertainment for you. We have a huge weekend for you guys. And why is that? Because this marks officially the 1-year anniversary from when we posted our very first show episodes. Thank you very much. It's incredible. Thank you. I know it's amazing because we just celebrated our 100th episode of the show not too long ago, and here we are at a year already, which is a huge milestone. A lot of people don't reach that. A lot of shows, either film, TV, or television shows, or even on-air shows like ours too, not everybody hits that marker, so we're super thrilled. And it's because of all of you guys and why we want to celebrate this weekend, because you've all helped us make this possible. We couldn't have done it without your support. We are so grateful for that. And we just want to have a great time doing that with you guys over the weekend here. And, of course, the weather's still nice out. It is still summer, but we are in the dog days of summer. It's encroaching. We are getting ready to say goodbye pretty soon. I know it's incredible, and it's kind of sad in a way, but we still have some time left. A lot of people I know, several people actually, looking forward to the fall weather coming, and I'm kind of one of those, but I'm actually looking forward to it. I know we are all excited about the holidays coming up, and we are equally excited here at the studio because it gives us a chance to do some extra special holiday episodes for you guys, Christmas music galore, and because of our the great people at Soundstripe, which you guys know we use a lot of the soundtracks from there. A lot of great artists creating some goodies. We're hoping that we'll get maybe some Halloween kind of theme music and maybe something for Harvest Fest for Thanksgiving. So fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. But it's going to be amazing. We cannot wait. Hope you guys are equally as excited. But before we even get there, we still have an anniversary show, series of shows actually, tonight and tomorrow night, which has something special planned, which I'm going to get to in just a second. I kind of want to segue into that. Perfect segue for that. Couple quick announcements, and then we're going to get into it. We're going to go over some stuff. We're going to look back and kind of open up the time capsule and go back to our earliest days. We did a little bit of this during our 100th episode, but I want to go a little bit further. I'm going to open that treasure trove, that vault of the old episodes, listen to some of the good ones, listen to some of the not-so-good ones. I'm going to be sitting here probably shaking my head, cringing, and just sitting there going, oh my gosh, because I remember those early days when we didn't have quite the setup and the equipment that we do now, and a lot of rough cuts. Like we have, I mean, we still have issues kind of like you see, which are internet related, which can't always help, but I'm curious because I don't listen to them as often, how good they are, how bad they are, and it's just going to really take you back to when the early days we first got started. So hopefully you guys will bear with, but it's always fun to laugh, and we're probably going to have some good laughs there. I think we're far enough along to where we can do that now and not cringe too much. But we're going to share some of our favorite episodes, including the episode I did that. I shared a clip from that when I did an interview on Vigilantes Radio, which hopefully we'll have another interview there soon, and less than a couple other radio podcast shows that we're looking at too. But a lot of great fun stuff, and can't wait to share it with you guys. We're just going to take you back to yesteryear and see those early moments, those first couple shows, which I can tell you our very first episode we talked about was on cyberbullying, which was a rough summer, especially for Big Hoss last year. You guys know we do a lot of online video gaming, and there's just some horrible stuff with some not so good people there, and we decided to talk about that and to help inspire others not to go through those same things. So that's kind of where we hit the ground running, and we've been going forward ever since. And if you've been with us since then, that's great. If you're brand new, fear not. We still appreciate and love you just as much. You can be here for the year from now when we have our 2-year anniversary show. So it still works out. Everybody contributes, and everybody is treated equally. We love you all, and no favorites here whatsoever. So all that great stuff and more we're going to do tonight for you guys. And so let's actually get into some announcements too, because part of the announcement is going to be the other segment of this. If you guys haven't been following us on social media, again, shame on you. You should be. We're actually going to probably read some posts. We didn't have social media set up when we first started a year ago, but we might go back to some early days and see how some of those posts were that we first started. But we have our very special interview tomorrow night. Our good friend Miranda, Fear the Maverick, is coming back to talk with us. Really excited about. Where's our sound effect? I'm totally losing my spot here. I know. It's going to be awesome, going to be amazing. And the fun part is, we had planned to do this earlier in July, but because of scheduling, she ended up with an extra fight, which we're going to talk about too, and she doesn't do interviews during fight week, but it just didn't align for schedule-wise. But we finally have her coming in, so we're going to talk about her last fight that she just had at the end of July and the fight she had back in June. All kinds of neat stuff. We also have our autograph photo that's there. If you guys seen that, we've been circulating that through social media and on YouTube and everywhere else we possibly can. Make sure you guys share that, like it, comment if you want. We do want to give that away at some point, but we're still waiting for some more people, so we have a bit more of a group that we can pick from just to make it a little more interesting instead of having like 3 or 4 people. So if you guys want to do that, plenty of time to get on that. We'll probably recirculate that photo again on social media, so make sure you are following us. Check it out. You could be a winner. We want to give that away to a lucky contestant. And plenty more there. I know Miranda's going to talk about her merchandise store. If you guys want merchandise, we might have a special code for you guys that you can shop with. All those proceeds go to support her and to help her in her career. So if you guys want in on that, we'll talk about that as well. It's going to be amazing, going to be exciting, and so looking forward to it. We had her here earlier on the show, earlier this year, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 special treat because we are really trying hard. We only have 4 months left, believe it or not. We're still trying to make headway with 2023 being our big year. We still have some big surprises coming for you guys, which we'll talk about in a second. We do have our streaming channels you can follow. We haven't gotten anything going there. We've kind of been experimenting. Not sure if we're going to get a lot of that going before the year is over, but it is still on the docket, so fear not. We're still working out those details. But yes, looking forward to having Miranda. It's going to be amazing. Hope you guys will tune in live. And if not, at least catch the episode. It'll be available. Get it wherever you get your favorite podcast. Check it out and let us know what you think. You can leave a comment. Comment during the show even. If you have questions, I should have prefaced this. We didn't do this last time. We're trying to get this out right now. If you want to chat, if you're listening live, send us a message in the chat on Spreaker. If you want to ask a question to Miranda, we'll be happy to field questions while we are on the air. We're going to ask her some questions as well, but we only have her for about a half an hour. She's going to come on probably later part of the show. So, but if you guys want at least a question or two, if we get a bunch in, you can either send them to us on social media or send us an email, j_jproductionstudios@yahoo.com. I paused there because I always want to say @ but that's for social media tagging, totally different. I do so much of this stuff a lot of times, I get it all mixed up. But you can submit your questions. We'll pick a couple favorites, and we can ask them with her on the air. So you guys have time to do that, but make sure you get them in anytime between now and tomorrow night when the show starts. Give us time to review. What else do we have going on there, too? Let me see. Totally lost my train of thought there a second. I apologize there. Again, I'm still rattled by the whole thing with the internet breaking off. You guys do know, I can share this, because you guys probably have seen it, a couple new episodes that were out already. One is just a short little promo. So, we've been making some changes here at the studio. We took the Nighttime Sleep podcast that we had, we rebranded that. That is now ASMR and Nighttime Sleep. Did an episode on there. A lot of great response there. Thank you guys so much. We're going to continue to put out new episodes, looking at some more equipment to help with the ASMR. I think that's going to be huge. I know I love it. A lot of people seem to enjoy it. Thank you for that positive feedback just from the views like on the YouTube channel and the listens and the downloads. So that will continue to grow. That's been rebranded. trying to pump things up here at the studio there. I think it's going to be amazing, and especially to a different demographic of our listeners. For you guys, if it's something that you can utilize at night, you can, whether listening live or downloading an episode to listen to later. That is there. We also have rebranded, and again, you guys might know this if you've been following us long enough. We had a podcast set up. Big Hoss had a plan to do Dungeons and Dragons. We called it the D&D Fantasy Game Show, which was going to be all about Dungeons and Dragons, playing the game, and I think sort of like a live role-playing type of scenario. Things did not come to fruition. I know Big Hoss had said that there's a chance, maybe down the road, not right now, but because we had that podcast already established, we just rebranded that, and now we officially have it as the What's Up Bro review show. Promo was launched. It was launched actually a little bit earlier tonight before this show we went live here. You can check it out. More episodes will come. So the review show is going to feature, we talked about some of these things earlier on the main show here, but we wanted to dedicate an entire segment to do some reviews. So if you're looking for anything specific, if you want to know about certain entertainment, movies or TV shows, video games or books, other podcasts even we can listen to, we'll happily give you our recommendation and some of our favorites. Could be something for a hobby, maybe trying some new recipes. I plan to do some more cooking. I'm hoping to do that. So maybe we'll share some of those, that kind of stuff. That's all going to be in the review show podcast. You can check that out. No timetable for certain schedules. We're still trying to isolate and figure out when we can get these all in. But that is now a new featured segment we have here at the studio. Hope you guys will make the most of that and enjoy that. You can check that out. It is on our link tree there as well. All of our podcasts are linked there, so you can go check it and find it there if you'd like. So check that out, and it's going to be awesome. Hope you guys like it. Please give us a like and subscribe if you listen to it on YouTube, or give us some feedback and let us know what you think as we get episodes out. And so there is that. What else do we have going here? I feel like there were a couple other things. I didn't want to get too much into it because I really want to jump in here so we can go and open up our time capsule here. What else do we have here? I know there was another one, and I'm drawing a blank here. This whole thing kind of threw me. I don't think we have any emails here. Let me look here. Okay, that did post. Yeah, I thought that episode went out. I need to delete that actually. Yeah, I always hate this, and we say this a lot. I shouldn't say it now because I'm probably going to jinx myself, but the internet is always funny when you go to do something, and I know technology glitches. Yeah, we're going to delete this actually because it only lasted for 4 minutes. I know somebody liked it. Thank you for that. Hopefully we'll check it out again. Yeah, because we have a new one coming out. There we go. I'm trying to catch, as I said, episodes still go up. I should check the YouTube channel too because I want to get that off. I don't want anybody getting too invested in that because that's only 4 minutes of essentially nothingness. Because, again, I don't know how much of that. It shows 4 minutes in the window for that. Yeah, it came on here. I'm actually going to delete this. But because of the fact that whenever we have an interruption in the system for the software, it might even only be like 2 minutes worth of audio because it literally it blanks out. So, and that's where it totally threw my train of thought because I had everything planned out specifically. That's off of there, that's off of there, that's good. I will log back in here later. So many things going on there. Yeah, so things happen. Again, actually it's kind of fitting because we say this too, where it's part of our early days. This was all part of the glitches. This was all part of the process when we first started, and still getting ourselves in the loop and going here. So yeah, this is all going with that. So nothing wrong with that. We did share, actually, I think one other announcement was we are looking to do the website. If you guys have been following us, that's going to be up and running hopefully by the end of this year. We are working on pushing that through. Make sure you check out social media. We'll post updates, but that'll be available. We want to have that for you guys. Another avenue where we can give you guys more interaction with us and with getting your favorite episodes and the like. So that's going to really be something huge that we're still working on. It's still in the development process, but we're hoping to have that done at least by the end of 2023. We'll let you guys know as that comes along. So stay tuned. It'll be really exciting. Cannot wait to see the final product there. Okay, now we're done with all the announcements there. So let's dive in here actually, and we're going to reflect a little bit going back. So I'm actually trying to find where the episode was, because I know technically we are just past the year marker. Now, we tried to guesstimate based on the timestamp of when the episodes were published. And I have to scroll back, so bear with me. So technically, now there were episodes back in July, but that's when Big Hoss was experimenting. I wasn't there at that point just yet. I think, and it looks like August 8th officially was our first couple episodes. It was a 2-part episode. Yeah. And so we're just a little bit past that, but technically our first really big show was the cyberbullying, which was August 13th of 2022. We should categorize these as seasons for certain ones, but kind of our theme changed too, so we don't do that too much. That might be something we might incorporate as we do episodes in the future, to have seasons for that. But also, again, we have multiple podcasts running, so I don't know if that's necessarily an idea we need to categorize it in season, but we'll kind of see how that works. But that was our first really in-depth episode where, we talked about the pitfalls, and the nice thing about playing online gaming is you get a chance to play with people from all around the world, but there's always a few, and I know a lot of us probably had bullies growing up. It's inevitable you're going to find them somewhere. And we kind of talked about the significance of cyberbullying as opposed to real life bullying, because in some cases it's actually worse, depending on people. They always say, words, sticks and stones, but a lot of times words hurt more too. So it's kind of what we covered there. And just went over a bunch of different things in that regard there. It was a really good show. I feel like I don't remember if we had anybody special guests on. Now, at that time, we didn't have a lot of our friends that we have now. And so it was just Hoss and I in the beginning. I'm just going back here. We got quite a lot of these. And again, we forget about the treasure trove of clips that we have, just because, here's one I will never forget. And I talked about this at the 100th anniversary episode, or the 100th show. Our holiday Christmas 2-hour special, which that will always be. I'm hoping the Christmas special this year will be much better than last year. And a lot of that was because the weather was not cooperative. Actually, another thing we forgot was we still have our fire going. There we go. We got our ambiance there. We had everything set up. I know Fire couldn't join us, and Hoss had something going there, so it ended up just being me. Oh no, Fire came on. He fell asleep after the first 10 minutes. But that night too, the weather was iffy and the internet was acting up, and it was just, I don't know, it just felt like a train wreck. I really need to go back and listen to it from start to finish, but it really just did not turn out the way that we hoped or wanted it to, and it just really just went to show that we had difficulties coming from that point in time. So that was a memorable one I will never forget. I'm just skimming through. Let's see what else do we have here. Some of these weren't bad. The Black Friday edition was fun. What else do we have here? Oh, and then of course let me go back because I want to make sure I have the timeline of this correctly. We did want to start doing, and actually I think it was the first. We started to do part of what we offered was having special guests on the show, and our very first actual special guest was our good friend Ramsey Veach of Impulse Martial Arts. That was actually the first time, and I actually remember doing that episode where I did it on my phone, and I did it on site location at the dojo there, which worked out kind of well. Audio was kind of spotty, and we've kind of cleaned that up since then, but that was really our first special guest that we had. He's been kind of a regular on here, which we're looking forward to doing the episode again. We had a few others. We had our good friend Olivia, who's working as our webmaster there. She was on. A good friend of mine, Amanda, who was on. And then, of course, our big one for the year, we had Miranda, who joined us too, who's joining us yet again. So those were really fun, and hopefully we'll get some maybe more people to come on eventually. We're always keeping an eye open there. And yes, you. Well, technically, we call you as because you work behind the scenes. Yes, Miss Eliza was on. She's actually been on a couple shows. What show did we do together? We did. I'm looking back here. I think I would know it if I saw it. Let's go back. Yeah, there's a couple. I remember because you filled in a couple times. We've had you on there. So yeah, really grown from there. And actually, I'm gonna go back now that we're here too. Let me pull up our social media just to see how far back we go, because I know, again, we didn't start that right away. I feel like this is probably gonna take me forever. Let's just see if I can do it quickly here. Probably not, because we have so many things that we share there. I might do that actually later during a break when we take one. But yeah, there's come a long way since then. And I remember when I was on doing the interview, and Deanie had asked, what was our favorite episode, and we said having Miranda on. That was our probably biggest draw so far of this year. Yeah, and obviously we're still working out kinks, and we're still trying to polish things up and make it as good as we possibly can. And it's mostly just experimenting with a lot of stuff, because we find what works and what doesn't and all that great stuff. But on the whole, I mean, we had planned to set a schedule, stick to that, which we have for the most part. And the nice thing about software that we had, as you guys have noticed several times, I know mostly a lot over the summer this year, but I know we did it a couple times back in the fall, and I think in the wintertime there's a couple instances where we did. Having the ability to not only go live on the airway, which you guys know we're always there, and we are live right now, so if you're tuning in, welcome. But we also have the ability to record episodes and upload them at a later point, which has been helpful, especially in cases where if we've had special guests who we try to cater to their schedule, we sometimes record a different day and just upload it in our time slot, which also works well because it gives us a night or two off, depending on when we do it. So definitely a great positive there. And if you guys are looking to start your own podcast, we highly recommend Spreaker. We love being a part of the Spreaker community. Offer a lot of great things there. The software is easy to use, and you can really make something special of it if you go at it and do it. So check that out if you want to get a subscription there. A very reasonable cost for that, and a great way to start a new career or just have a new hobby, whatever the case may be. So just a little sidebar there for you guys. So we're still we're going to see how things go, and we're going to continue to grow with it, and hopefully we're working hard at it. Something special will turn up from it. But so far, we're really happy with him. We couldn't be more grateful. And again, it's all for you guys too, and just for us to hang out and have a good time. So, bottom line, at the end of the day, it's just been a lot of fun and a chance for us to decompress and do something different than normal anyway too. So we're just really proud to have you guys a part of that, and to really continue to do this as we move along here. So kind of why we're celebrating here and at the 1 year marker, and we're going to go back and play some of ours. We also have, in addition to the What's Up Bro show, which is our primary show, we have the Game Corner, of course. You guys may have played along with us at some point in time. We've also had, here it was, I knew I had another one here somewhere. We've had Chillin' with Sam Crow. We had Colorado Music and Live Streaming with Big Hoss. We've had the Law and Justice show, the Sports show, a lot of great things, episodes there, which we'll pull from some of those, because there's still a few good ones there, especially the Game Corner has had a couple of good ones that we really kicked off there. So yeah, we're going to play some of those clips, and probably during that time when we do that, I'm going to see if I can pull back and really pull back the archives of our social media posts to kind of go back to the very beginning, which it's only been about maybe 7 or 8 months since we started those, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have to scroll back through everything, it can be an absolute nightmare. So that might take a little bit. I'm either going to do that probably twofold while we do a commercial break and when we play an audio clip. So actually, let me look. We're going to take a break just briefly because I want to line up a couple of these, but I want to find a good one to start with. When we come back, we'll do that. Just have to find, I want to go back to one of our earlier ones. This is also a lot of fun because if a lot of you guys are just tuning in or just joining us or haven't been with us since the beginning, you'll definitely want to hear these because, again, it's, I don't want to say super, super embarrassing for us, but a lot of these probably could be a good blooper reel if you really got into it. So I'm trying to find a good one to start with where I don't really want to start with the very beginning. I mean, I could, since we talked about it. Let's go back. We're going to pick a couple of good ones. How long did this one ran for? Now, we won't play the whole thing. We'll probably play just a few moments of each just to kind of give you the idea. So I'm going to pick a couple. I think we will start with that. Let's start with the... I don't remember... What? No, I'm not talking to myself. I'm thinking here what I want to start with because we're going to play some of these episodes. Let's go back. I didn't do that one. That's only a 2-minute one. Yeah, we'll start with this one. We'll take a short break here, and we'll come back. Let me put out the fire here briefly. Just pause it. We'll come back and we'll play. There's a couple good ones to start with, but we'll start with this one, the cyberbullying one that we were talking about. Play a few moments of that for you guys to kind of hear it and just to kind of get the gist. I want to say that this was one of our really, I guess we can say, well put together episodes, if you want to call it that. It'll be fun to listen to. I'm going to listen to it again with you guys because, again, I haven't heard it since we first did it. And as I recall, just to give you a little information beforehand, which I'll announce before I come back. I'm not going to just launch into it after the break, but I don't remember if I feel like I may have done it. I think I did it on a handheld device. I don't think I did it from the major regular desktop like we normally do. I could be wrong, though. Again, I don't remember back quite that far. We'll probably be able to tell from the audio once it plays. I'll know for sure. But hopefully you guys will get some fun out of it. We'll play that when we come back to kick off here our anniversary weekend. So glad you guys are joining us for this. It's going to be awesome. Again, we have such a lot of jam-packed fun happening this weekend. It's going to be incredible, and we hope you guys are just as excited as we are. Buckle your seatbelt. A lot of great things to come here. Take a short pause. Now's a great time if you need a restroom break, or if you want to grab yourself a snack or get yourself comfortable, finish up whatever you need to do. You can do so. Again, if you're listening to this as a pre-recording, you can always pause it, but you'll miss the commercial episode of the commercials that we play along with the music. You can always just let them play and turn it up if you want. But come on back then, and then we will play for you. We'll start with a clip, our really first big episode, which was the cyberbullying episode. We'll play a few minutes of that to kind of travel back through time and go back memory lane to when we all really got started here and show you guys the earliest pitfalls, the comedic humor that probably will come from this because, again, I don't know for sure. I don't remember anymore how it went, but it is recorded on tape, so we'll see how it goes when we come back. Stay tuned. Stick around for more. Hopefully the internet won't bug out. So far, so good. Fingers crossed. We'll play more for you guys in just a moment here at the What's Up Bro podcast show, Friday night, August 11th, starting our anniversary weekend right. Plenty more surprises yet to come as well. Stick around. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Don't go away. Come on back.
Hey audio fans, are you looking for fun and excitement? Have you been searching for that special show? You know, the one complete package you want in a podcast? Then check out the What's Up Bro podcast show and experience what true entertainment is all about. Stay tuned and don't miss the action. Available on your favorite streaming services, including YouTube. Thank you for all your support. And as always, we'll see you at the show.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. Welcome back, or welcome if you're just tuning in. This is the What's Up Bro podcast show, Friday night, August 11th, 10:47 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go a bit longer tonight because we had a bit of a snafu when I first started recording earlier, so we're going to try to make up for that. Just a couple of quick reminders, too. We always forget to. If you want to support us, check out our Patreon page. Very affordable there. You guys can donate there and contribute. We've got some special content that we can provide for you if you choose to do so. We'd really appreciate that. All of those proceeds will go to help us provide the best content available, whether that's upgrading equipment, adding new features, whatever else it could be. We'll definitely want to do that for you guys, so please feel free to do that if you want to support us. Also, you can get your own official studio merchandise if you go to our link tree, which has the link to our official store. We have some of the podcast logos. We know we have a couple of new ones that we're probably going to incorporate closer towards the holidays. and we'll be there for you guys. You can get your t-shirts, you can get hoodies, you can get masks if you want, you can get pretty much just about anything you can think of. Check that out there. We're going to see if we can get a promo code created for you guys, but you can have your own official J&J Production Studios merchandise with our faces on it and your favorite logos from your favorite podcasts that we provide here at the studio. So check that out as well. Okay, so let's jump in here. We are doing our anniversary show. It is our 1-year anniversary officially. Technically, I think it was maybe last weekend, but the calendar does change, so we're just going to call this our weekend. It's also been quite busy, as you guys know. We had quite the summer of escapades. So this is our official weekend celebration. So I do have here for you guys, I'm going to play this for you to listen to. This is our cyberbullying episode. This is really our first real themed episode that we had. And it was a really good episode, as for what I can remember anyway. I'm going to listen to it with you guys as well. We're just going to play maybe 5 or so minutes of it just so you get the gist of it and hear how it went. We're going to pick up some fun ones here, pick out a couple of those as we time travel back to when J&J Production Studios, the What's Up Bro show, became what it is today and the hit show that we know today. Hopefully one day, but we still love it anyway, so we appreciate it. Even if we're not the top rated show in the nation, which we hope to maybe do one day, we still appreciate and love our audience, and we don't want to get too much of a big head because we remember the little people and where we came from. I'm just kidding. So let's listen to this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to turn the mic off as soon as I find this here. This is Saturday What's Up Bro show, Cyberbullying. Now, again, we also titled that with the show in there because we didn't really have a logo necessarily. We actually kind of did. Shout out to some friends. We still have that original logo, which we'll circulate again just so you guys can see that probably for after tomorrow night's show. It goes back to our humble beginnings. And so we designed all the new ones that we have. We had them designed, and we have everything that we have available now, which we do have another surprise coming out, which I will share later on, maybe tomorrow. We're having some imaging updated. Let's just say that for now. But this is the humblest beginnings. This is where it kind of goes back to the very root of it all. So let's step back in time. This was published on August 12th, 2022. August 12th, I think I said it right. Nearly exactly a year to date, in fact. Let's go back and let's listen and let's see. I'm sorry, August 13th. I looked at the wrong date. August 13th, so actually literally still almost a year to date. Let's hear how this goes. We'll play a few minutes of it. This is the very humblest beginnings of the show. Bear with me just a second and then it'll start playing. Hang on. All right, sorry, I didn't need to find the microphone button there. A little bit rougher than I remember, and actually I can tell you quickly, now it draws my memory. So, actually I wasn't running that. It actually was Big Hoss, and what had happened was, I remember I was not at the desktop at that time. I don't remember why it was, because we had the account shared, but which we didn't realize in the early days, which we do now, even though we're both logged into the same account, the studio software is different, and we don't have the same things that we each have. So I feel like I couldn't log in for some reason, or I was having difficulties with it, so Hoss tried to do it. So he actually had the lead, which is why his mic was better than mine. I was coming through on my phone, which I actually didn't realize at the time, too. I was trying to record with him, but another reason why we don't like the phone option or any kind of device, other than we haven't tried a tablet yet. Unless you have that other person if you're doing it with more than one person on the show in the room with you, if you try to have another like Discord pulled up, like have another app pulled up, it mutes it out. You can't do that, or it blocks out the sound, the studio software. So you can't run multiple apps on your phone at the same time, which we didn't know that. So that was a little rough. And hearing that again, I'm like, oh goodness, golly gosh, gee, that's a lot rougher than I remember. Let me see if I can find a different one. Let's skim ahead a little bit. What's up, bro? Show again. It's been such a long time since I heard this. So you guys are gonna be just as surprised as I am because there's Labor Day. I would play the first episode with Ramsey, but that's a little spotty too. Let's see. All right, well, let's do this. Let's play the episode. This was Labor Day weekend. We called it Labor Day Slam Fest. We had a lot of jam-packed episodes that week. I remember we had a wedding to go to, and we were pumping out all kinds of entertainment. So let's play the episode where we had Miss Eliza on with us. Now, again, haven't heard this in a while. I think she was in the room with me. A lot of times we do it where she sits in a different room, and we patch her through with some of the other software that we use, and like Zoom or with Discord. Let's play this for you guys. Let's stroll down memory lane here. This was published on September 4th, 2022, almost exactly a month later from when we had our first show. I'm curious to hear this one because I haven't listened to this one in a while. So here we go. Let's turn let's take the time machine a little bit forward. Let's listen to this and see if should be a little bit better. Let's try this out. So this is me and Miss Eliza during our Labor Day Slam Fest special weekend. Let's listen together and see what it sounds like. Here Sorry, quick adjustment noted. I'm going to have to skip because we didn't have our adjusted sound in the beginning, our intro. And just because I don't want to have to create any more work for myself, I'm going to skip that part. So we'll go back into I'm going to skip ahead. It just dawned on me that we had that there. So I'm definitely going to skip that part. But I might have to mute that out later. But we'll get right to the actual point. You guys get the gist of the entryway anyway. So let's go back to that. But just a little disclaimer there for you. If you hear that skipping ahead, I just realized I did not want it to play air live-wise because for different reasons too. But so let's skip ahead. Let's go back to that. Pardon my interruption here. Let's go back, and we'll pick it up right where we start talking. It's a lot of fun when you go back and listen to these. And as I'm hearing this again, it takes me back to those moments. And now that was us in studio together. We were actually in the same room, which made it crystal clear. A lot of fun there, and a lot of things I mentioned too are kind of what we're happening here today. We do have a fully functioning service for you guys, including ASMR, which is perfect for you to go to sleep to at night. So it's funny how that kind of transpires and transposes itself as time went on. It was a lot of fun for that. Let's see if we can find one more here. We're going to switch a little bit and talk about something else then in a second. Trying to find something that was really... There's so many here, which you guys at any point can go and listen to. It's available on Spreaker there. Of course, everything is uploaded there. You can also check it out anywhere you get your favorite podcast. Our episodes are available. I should probably go on and delete those. I may have to do that at some point, which I didn't think about, but that's all right. If there's an extra one on, say, iHeartRadio, not a big deal. We can always edit that later. That's really the pain in the neck part. I love having everything linked together where everything just uploads everywhere. Problem is when you have a glitch, and like I had tonight where it was a major glitch. Now, normally, if it was just for a few seconds, I can live with a little blankness there. But the software at one point almost seemed like it was going to crash, and the internet was just totally gone. So no point in really trying to go further, which is why I had to restart basically from scratch in the beginning. So those little blips, if you're listening to that, just ignore those. I might try to take them down. I've tried to take the episodes down wherever I can, but it might pop up on the other streaming services that we have there that I'm not going to log in and do that, but those are there. So just bypass that. These episodes are everywhere, so you can find it. It's interesting, though, when you go back, and as I said, I've not listened to any of these for quite a while. I really should. We're still trying to get ourselves organized with a method of how we want to do this, especially when we try to create new content and ideas for things to come there. But it's unique when you hear that, and as I said, we've gotten better over time. We're going to continue to get better. We're still working hard at it, but it's fun when you go back and you kind of critique yourself. Now, I've shared this when I was on the special guest appearance I did on Vigilantes Radio, and I said that a lot of times I don't like to listen to my voice, and I have a hard time with listening to the audio, but I also realize and recognize that it's important at some intervals, or certain intervals rather. I do want to try to do more with ensuring that I do that, but for the most part, we sort of have a methodology down that we kind of do, and we definitely always strive to be the best and do better. I've said this, Haas and I have talked about it, we've agreed. We want to be the best at this. And there's a lot of people out there, and it's no disrespect to anybody in the podcasting field here, but we want to try to set ourselves up and make a name for ourselves, which is basically what we are trying to do. And, not everything's perfect, and maybe it won't ever be. I don't know. It's just a goal. We always have goals in mind. We've shared this a few times in a few episodes in the past where prioritizing and having goals is massively important. And it's also, I'm sorry, again, I'm multitasking here. It's also crucial when whatever type of field that you are in, that especially anything with business, or if you're trying your own company or whatever it is, you set those goals for yourself, because it gives you a target. It gives you opportunity to have a directional aim where you're going. And so by doing that, it, again, doesn't always mean you'll hit every single goal that you set, but it gives you motivation to move forward. So, like we've said it, and we keep saying it, and we're going to say it until the year is over. 2023 is going to be a big year for us. And maybe not quite as big a year as we thought, but I can honestly say it hasn't been disappointing by any stretch of the imagination, because we really have had such an incredible time, and some things have happened that we've never even dreamed that would happen. Now, again, if that kicks off, especially if we get the website up and going for you guys, that's our last really major big production that we're going to do. to set us up here. But it's really just been phenomenal. It's been fantastic. And, we're going to see what 24 brings for us too, because we're going full steam ahead and we want to continue to grow and develop, and time allows and financially allows. We're going to grow things here, and we hope you guys will come along. And, do we have a chance to make money doing this? Yeah, we've made some money so far doing it, but that's not our major goal. Our major goal is to provide something special, something that's unique. Again, I said this to Deanie because I recognize this. We know there's other shows that are similar to what we do. I'm not saying that we're any extraordinary special than any of you. Maybe you have your own show that's out there. We're not taking any thunder away from anybody. It's just we want to make a name for ourselves, and we want this to be special in the way that we have done this, myself and Hoss. We put a lot of time in doing this, and we're doing a lot of production work to do it. So this is really where we want to thrive and we want to shine. So that's kind of how we want to separate ourselves from potential competition too. But, at the end of the day, it's just been fun. And, we love doing it. And even if it helps us escape everyday life, it's just that little bit of time is worth it. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But we have goals and plans, and we are definitely striving to do our best for them. So hopefully that will manifest. But we hope and encourage you all to do the same, no matter what your passion is, no matter what you're trying for. I think it's very important that you shoot for that. So let me see. Let's take one more pause here, because we're not going to go too much past. I know it's a special edition weekend. I do have a very busier day tomorrow, which I'll be happy to share with. I'll give you a quick brief. As you guys know, I shared this. I'm a big Civil War buff, and I love Civil War history. I did join a reenactors group. It's a special event day tomorrow, so I'm going to be leaving bright and early at the crack of dawn, be gone for the day, and also have to be back for the episode with Miranda tomorrow night. So as much as we would love to go over a little bit later, we are going to go just a tad bit yet, because, again, I started late, and I want to make sure we get our full time slot in. But we'll take another break here. I'm going to go through and look at some more episodes. I'm trying to pull some of these gems from the treasure chest here and see what we got, just to give you some snippets as we walk back through time. I'm going to look through some more, too, of the social media posts. Again, there's not a lot there, and not super, super exciting. It was one of those just letting everybody know that we are on social media. So, and a lot of the other posts, too, are links to the episodes when they go live. So, but I'll be happy to share some if you guys really want. Maybe we'll cover more of that tomorrow, because, again, we'll have some time. We're going to try to start a little bit earlier than normal and feature Miranda in the latter half of the episode. So we might actually catch up with that tomorrow and do that. But I definitely have these sound bites. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is, although actually that's a whole, I think half an hour, which I don't want to run that. I could do that. I do want to play that clip for you guys of the special guest appearance I did on the Vigilantes radio, even if I play just the first few minutes. So we'll incorporate that with maybe another episode. Maybe we'll do that when we come back. But let's take one more pause here for you guys. Great chance again for a bathroom break, or if you need to go slap some water on your face because you're falling asleep, go do that, or get a fresh pot of coffee going and brewing for you. It's okay if you fall asleep, though. If we can help provide you that extra bit of relaxation, we're fine with that. But if you want to hear more, definitely come back for that. And then we will talk a bit more, and we'll have that episode play for you. I think I'll do that one. We're going to do that. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place here. The whole thing with the internet just threw me for a friggin' loop. So we're going to play the episode. I'll play a couple minutes of my appearance on Vigilantes Radio and a special guest appearance. We're going to slate some more. We have some ideas. I want to reach out and do some more special guest appearances down the road, probably into next year as well. But this was one I definitely slated in. I hope you guys will enjoy that. Well, I'll play that when we come back from this break. And, of course, as always, we're so glad that you guys are joining us for this weekend. We always love spending time with you. We look forward to it every weekend. We hope you do as well. Plenty of more surprises yet to come. Who knows what will happen? And things sometimes just pop up that we don't even plan for. And I beg your pardon, excuse me. That's kind of the fun of having that, because in doing so, we are able to pull things out of thin air. Now, granted, a lot of times, too, is we kind of roll the punches where things change, and so we have to adapt, kind of like with some audio clips that we have to adjust, or we need to update some visual aid things, and which is another surprise we talked about. We're updating one of our photos, you'll see. There's a reason why, which once we have it and we have it up, we'll explain why that is. That might not be for a little bit, at least probably by the time the next weekend goes, we should have it at that point, but we'll go into further detail why that was. There's reasons for it, which we'll explain too, and maybe give you some insights there. But yeah, all that great stuff and more we always have available. But either way, great content, whether it's audio or visual, we're here for you guys. We're going to keep cranking it out, and we hope that you love it just as much. We are proud of it. We love it, and we hope that you share those same sentiments. So come on back, and we'll play that little clip from me having that interview there. And actually, I might play it long enough. We might use that for the rest of our time for tonight. We'll see how that goes. I want to give you guys a good taste of it because that was really a lot of fun. Can't wait to do another episode with Deanie, talk to him again, and maybe a couple other podcasters out there. We'll see how that goes. So take this quick break, last break, and then we'll come back and play that for you here at J&J Production Studios, of course, and always, your one and only true home for entertainment. Don't sign off just yet. The night is not quite over. We still have a little bit yet to go. Stay with us as we hit the runway and wrap things up here as we start our anniversary weekend. Again, in case you missed it, I'll do this quickly to announce it too. It is our 1-year anniversary since we published our first couple episodes of the show. Thank you very much. Oh, please, everybody stick around. No, don't get up. No, please, I'm just kidding you all. Of course, it's sound effects. We're in the studio here, for Pete's sake. Not a live studio audience, just recording. But yes, 1 year. Here's to many more years to come. Cheers to you all. Come on back for more. Plenty of entertainment here at the studio on the What's Up Bro podcast show for your Friday night. And, of course, for Saturday night as well. Extra special for that, too. I'll remind you guys what that is when we come back, and then we'll play that clip. Stick around. Do not go away. You'll be sorry if you miss it. Come on back.
Hey there, do you love podcasts? Are you having difficulty finding the right ones to listen to? Is it frustrating when you're trying to pick that show? You know, the one where everyone must collectively agree on? Like finding a good movie or TV show to watch, do you look for the most jam-packed entertainment that's possible to find in a single episode every week? Then search no more, and welcome to J&J Production Studios. It's our business to provide the best entertainment and information available for you. Whether you're sitting in that comfy chair with your favorite snack and beverage listening live each week, or downloading your favorite show episodes to take with you on the go while you're at work, exercising, or even just to play at night for you to fall asleep to. There's something for everyone, no matter what size, shape, or age you are. Visit www.linktree.com/J_J Production Studios to find all the streaming services where our podcast shows can be found. You can also connect with us on your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. You can join our public Discord server and chat directly with us. But wait, there's more. You can subscribe to our official YouTube channel and be notified every time a new show is broadcast. Wish you could have some studio souvenirs or collectibles? Guess what? You can. Visit the official store where you can purchase items featuring your favorite podcast and show hosts. Would you like to help support us? You can do that by getting your very own exclusive membership on our Patreon account. All proceeds go to help us upgrade our shows, which will only enhance the entertainment provided to you. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as an audience. Your love and support are always appreciated. We'll see you soon.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
For hanging out there, everybody. So glad. Hopefully you're still awake. Yeah, we're going to be finishing up here in just a few moments. We are going to play this last clip for you. We'll play a few minutes of this. It's my special guest interview with Vigilantes Radio. The first special guest interview we've done here at the show. Hopefully it's not the last. We plan to do some more down the road. Hope you guys will enjoy that. I was really excited. Had a lot of fun with that. Deanie was super nice. Hopefully have a chance to talk to him again. But really, it was great, and we got into the nitty-gritty of what we are all about here at the studio and the podcast that we have and so forth. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Just another note of mention before we do that, because then we'll come up, and after I play it for a few minutes, we'll come back and close things out. Also, we have, if you checked on social media, we have the tumblers that have the studio logo on it. If you want any of those, please let us know. Reach out through social media, or you can email us, j_jproductionstudios@yahoo.com. If you would like to have one for yourself, let us know. Hopefully we will figure out how to incorporate that in the store at some point. It's just not officially there, so you won't find it. But we'll be happy to circulate that around again. And again, just be in touch with us if you want one. So there's that. So this is, actually, I have to go back. I feel like this was in the middle of May. I want to say May 13th. It may have been, let's see. Actually, I can't tell you. What am I thinking? Let me go back. If I look at the calendar, I might be able to tell you. I believe it was May 16th. I feel like it was a Tuesday night. I don't know if she's not paying attention. Miss Eliza might remember, but I'm pretty sure it was May 16th. I feel like that's what it. Yeah, because I feel like I also play in a softball league, and I had a game that night. I remember coming back and just being in time for that. So yeah, I think that was Tuesday, May 16th. So check this out. This was awesome. We'll play this for maybe 5 or 10 minutes just to give you the taste of it. I know I played this before too, so if you want that full episode, we can always play it one time just so you guys can hear it. But just to give you a snippet of what it sounded like, it was a lot of fun. It was awesome. I hope to do more. As I said again, it was incredible. I was so excited, and I was a little nervous at first, but the questions were easy enough to answer, and I just answered them as openly and honestly as I could, which hopefully you'll be able to tell here. So we'll play this for just a little bit, and then I'll come back and wrap things up for the night. Hard to believe, but our time is already over. It just flew by. It is our anniversary weekend. We probably will cover more things. We'll talk about social media tomorrow. We'll see if we can find some posts that'll give us some time to dig up some old ones there. We'll reopen up our treasure trove of fond memories for you guys. And of course, we have Miranda that's going to feature the highlight at the end of the evening, or the last half of that show. So make sure you tune in for that. I'm going to remind you guys of that one more time before we close out the show, just in case anybody straggles in last second listening live. So please enjoy this. This is yours truly, Sam Crow, on Vigilantes Radio back in May, and talking about the podcast, what we do here, and just getting to know us a bit more and what our projects are all about. So please enjoy this as we get ready to wrap things up tonight. Have a listen. Tell us what you think if you'd like. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoy it just as much. Here we go. And there you have it. Again, apologies. It takes a second for me to hit the mic button back on, but that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, and it was nice to be on the other side of the microphone, as we like to refer to it, because I wasn't the one really speaking there. Deanie was talking, and I was answering questions, which is always nice. And again, we're looking forward to more opportunities to do that, to help people get to know us here, for those that don't know us. And for you guys, too, I'm sure it's a lot of fun to listen to, which is also why we plan to do those type of things. So really, just in general, it was an awesome experience, and couldn't have been more proud the way it turned out. And again, didn't have any prepping, didn't have any staging of any kind. It was, I sat and thought about what questions he could possibly ask me, but had no clue. So I kind of rolled with the punches and played the cards I was dealt, as I said in that interview clip there, and just did my best. So I think it turned out really good. We couldn't be more proud of it and love it. And it's part of our treasure trove here at J&J Production Studios. It's a historical landmark for us, and a great thing that we did this year, in addition to all the other huge milestones that we've accomplished. So I'm really glad. I'm glad we could share it with you guys. Happy to share that. It is available elsewhere. I think I played that for one. We did an episode where I wanted to share that and played the whole thing. So you can check that out. I might play it again at some point. Maybe we'll just make that an episode by itself. But yeah, so that's actually going to do it for us for tonight, guys. Hard to believe. Again, time just flies by, and we barely scratched the surface. We'll cover some more stuff. We do want to enjoy this celebratory weekend of our 1-year anniversary marker, but we are super thrilled, and I'm going to leave it with this too. Make sure you tune in. You don't want to miss it. Our good friend Miranda Maverick is back. She's going to talk with us. We're going to talk about her most recent fights that she's had. We're going to dive deeper and just have a really good time. Hope you guys will tune and listen in. We're going to try to start the show a little bit earlier tonight. I don't know how early for sure. Maybe around 9:45 marker. I want to kind of get things rolling a little bit, because I know we only have a certain amount of time with her on the show. So we want to try to feature her at the end to kind of wrap things up, as opposed to last time we had her at the start. So we're going to try that out. Either way, tune in regular time as close to 10 p.m. as possible, because that's when she should be coming on. That's when she's available. So we're going to try to make sure we hit that right on the bullseye. Hopefully you guys will be there. And of course, if you miss it live, you can always catch the episodes. They'll be uploaded at a later time. But make sure you tune in for that. Great way to cap off the weekend. And again, it's just always awesome to hang out here and be with you guys. And so thrilled to be here 1 year in, and can't wait to see what else comes down the road. Hope you guys will be along for the journey. And many more of you will discover us. We want to grow and get this family growing as large as we possibly can. So make sure you guys share with your friends and family and loved ones. Spread the message around. Share these links on your social media page. Whatever you need to do, if you can draw more attention for us, we'd love to have that. We always say, too, we've said it since the onslaught of the beginning, we want to reward you guys for that. We have giveaways that we're going to try to get back into doing that regularly, but we need to know how you guys are helping us. We'd love to have that. So we do have one giveaway we're going to try to work on tomorrow, which we'll explain in detail as Miranda's on the show, plus some other great things that we can have for you as well. For all of us here at J&J Production Studios, I'm Sam Crow. For Big Hoss, for Mr. Fire, Miss Eliza, all of our other friends here, we wish you guys a very good night. Have a great rest of your Friday evening, a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow at around our normal time slot. Slight earlier start, but we will run through the normal time. So either way, you will catch us here at the studio here for the next episode of the What's Up Bro podcast show. Do not drink and drive. Please make sure you get a driver to drive you. Be responsible. And, of course, be happy, be healthy, and be safe. COVID is still very much out there. I know a lot of people are getting sick again, so please take care of yourselves. We don't want you guys to get sick. We want to see everybody as healthy as possible. Have a good night, you guys. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then. Be there or be square. We don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. We cannot wait having Miranda with us and to chat more and to celebrate our 1-year anniversary weekend. Good night and goodbye for now. We will see you guys next time.
Thank you for listening to the What's Up Bro show. Catch all the latest live action on your favorite podcast streaming services, including Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. You can also check out episodes on the studio's official YouTube channel. Subscribe and become a member today. Don't forget to also turn on notifications so you'll know when new content is uploaded. Stay tuned and don't miss a single moment. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, we will see you at the show.